spouses. They will earn points, but they don't mean anything. Let's meet our couples. First, we have Bernadette and Howard from the Big Bang Theory. Howard, why don't you tell us why you fell in love with Bernadette?
Well, I was living with my mother when I met Bernie. She was the only woman who would date me, and she didn't mind when I had to interrupt our dates to run mother's bathwater. Besides, she even sounds a lot like Mrs. Wallowitz.
Howie!
And next we have Monica Geller and Chandler Bing from Friends.
No one told you life was gonna be this way.
Thank you for that. Finally, we have Courtney and Lindsay Hawley from Colorado. Ladies, please tell us your story.
I was a young freshman when I met Lindsay.
I was a senior, so I was much more mature. We actually dated the same girl. But it wasn't until I moved to Colorado that our romance really took off.
Okay, let's begin with the how well do you know your spouse? How well do you know your future spouse segment? Before the show, we had each of our couples fill out a survey with several questions based upon what your future spouse would say. If a couple's questions answers match, they receive 10 points. But again, those don't mean anything. Let's begin. Bernadette, what would you say? What would Howard say is his favorite thing about you?
Well, Howie would absolutely say that his favorite thing about me is that I'm a doctor who makes enough money that after my dissertation was approved, I bought him a Rolex.
Actually, I said that you married me before I had to go into space. I am an astronaut.
Sorry, no points for the couple from the Big Bang. On to Friends. What would Monica say is her favorite thing about you, Chandler?
Well, it's obviously my charming good looks.
No, Chandler! You messed it up! You're stupid! I mean, you're funny. That's your thing. You're the funny guy.
Sorry, no points for you guys either. Lindsay, what would Courtney say is her favorite thing about you?
Probably how much I challenge her intellectually. I mean, Big Bang Theory is a funny show, but I prefer documentaries and listening to NPR.
Well, this is going to be embarrassing. I said my favorite thing about you is your long gorilla arms that can reach lots of things. That's why I call you gorilla of my dreams.
That must have been a tough question. No points for anybody. Okay, next question. How well do you know your future spouse segment? It's all about pet peeves. Lindsay, what is Courtney's biggest pet peeve?
Oh, that's easy. Unorganized people, especially people who overschedule themselves and end up canceling.
That is literally exactly. And Lindsay's biggest pet peeve is people entering her bubble.
Uh-huh, she's right.
Bonus points for Courtney and Lindsay. Chandler, what is Monica's biggest pet peeve?
Are you serious? Do I have to pick one? Dude, people who talk softly. Customer service rep with not enough urgency. Food critics, people who watch slowly. Bad hostesses, people who don't like her. When I tell her to chill. Jellyfish, mispronunciations.
Wow.
That's exactly right, Chandler. And remember what I always say, I'm only harsh if you're doing it wrong.
Okay. Bernadette, what is Howard's pet peeve?
Well, it would be 100% when people confuse the quadratic reciprocity theorem with non-denumerability of the continuum.
I'm not sure I would have said it in that order, but that's what I have down. I just don't understand people. I don't understand why people confuse them.
Okay. Thanks, Howard. It's time for the lightning round.
Oh, good.
Oh boy.
Everyone have their noise makers. That's my favorite. What sport is portrayed here?
Lightning round. Got it.
There we go.
You got it. I know.
Monica?
This sport is actually football, which of course I can identify being a cultured and well-renowned New York City chef.
That's not quite the answer we were looking for. Howard, Bernadette, you were next to ring.
Well, from the looks of it, the young boy is demonstrating Newton's first, second, and third law of motion through the movement of some spherical black and white object, but I find the most spectacular demonstration of physics to be the magnetism.
Call on me again. I know what it is.
Courtney, Lindsay?
Duh, soccer.
Correct. And for your follow-up question, which of you is better at soccer?
I would say Courtney. She had the better overall record and was team captain twice. She started every game 3 years in a row and led the Crusader backline, which allowed a school record low 0.85 goals against average in her senior season.
I don't know about that. Lindsay set Valpro's single season assist record with 6 and dished out a pair of helpers in a win over Eastern Illinois. She also scored our team's lone goal at Oral Roberts, rifling 18 shots toward net, including 11 on target.
Must be nice to be an athlete, huh?
But he's an astronaut.
Unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye to one of our couples. Bernadette and Howard, you do not have enough points to continue, so you will not be going to the next round. Sorry. Let's give our couple a round of applause. Thank you for playing. And now for our final two couples, it's time to talk embarrassing moments. Your future spouse must tell an embarrassing story on national TV for an extra 50 points. Keep in mind, you can forfeit the question at any time. Let's begin with Monica and Chandler.
Where do I begin? Should I tell them about all the Thanksgivings? Or the one with the flashback?
We forfeit. We forfeit.
No, we
You
love
love
that,
Monica. Ha, okay, Chandler. You really want me to tell them about Chandler's work laugh? Ha 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 ha.
Well, that was an awkward, and I love it. Courtney and Lindsay, your turn.
Well, if you can't tell, Courtney isn't the most graceful person, except on the soccer field, of course. One time she fell off the treadmill at the gym, literally, as soon as she stepped on it.
It must have been just greased or something. Do they grease treadmills? Probably. Lindsay definitely had a Midwest girl moment when she wound up with a handful of cactus needles. I mean, a handful.
Time for another lightning round. Our theme is favorites. Lindsay and Monica, you will be answering for Courtney and Chandler. What are your fiance's favorite animal, subject, hobby, and nickname? Let's begin with Monica.
Chandler's favorite animals are ducks. Favorite school subject, lunch. Chandler's favorite hobby is definitely making jokes when he's uncomfortable. And his nickname is Miss Chandler Bong.
Come on! Chin Chin Man!
Monica, you got 2 out of 4 correct. Chandler's favorite school subject was recess. He listed his nickname as Chan Chan Man. Okay, Lindsay, what are your answers for Courtney?
Well, Courtney's favorite animal type is actually just one animal, Ember. Her favorite school subject is science. Her favorite hobbies are hiking, camping, snowshoeing, snowboarding, and I bet she listed all 4. And her nickname was Shorty, C Note, or simply Court.
I will accept Ember, although Courtney has listed Emberito. Also accept science, although Courtney answered anything but math. Since you answered all four correctly, you have one bonus question. Who does Ember like the most?
Me.
I guess in order to settle this, we'll have to bring out Ember. Ember, come on out. Who's your favorite human?
I'm going here.
Well, that's all the time we have today. I think we know who the winners are. Congratulations to Courtney and Lindsay, who've won a fantastic trip back to Colorado!
That was
Yeah.